All right, Donald Trump wants earlier and more debates with Joe Biden. He's also raising a ton of money, and he's really picking up steam with black male voters as well as Latins. Here to talk about it all, David Bossie, president of Citizens United, co-chair of the 2024 RNC convention, and former 2016 Trump deputy campaign manager, and Rich Lowry, editor-in-chief of the National Review. Gentlemen, welcome. David Bossie, more debates and earlier debates. Guy's got a point, doesn't he?
He certainly does. Anytime, anywhere. That's what President Trump has said. He wants to take on Joe Biden. He wants to make sure that the American people get an opportunity to see the two of them, because if this campaign is on policy, if it is on the last 3.5 years of a horrendous Biden administration record, Donald Trump is going to win come November, and that's what he wants to educate the American people on. The Trump White House, the Trump administration versus the Biden administration. Are you better off today than you were under his administration?
Rich, the first scheduled debate, this is off a Breitbart article, was in mid-September. Yeah. But the early voting starts when? Before then?
Yeah, it's not that far away, the early voting period. Dave would know more than I do. But look, the problem is the guy who doesn't want early debates and a lot of debates is Joe Biden, right? I think you'll be lucky to get one debate out of him. And it might be he finds an excuse not to do any, because standing up for 90 minutes against Donald Trump at 9 o'clock at night, well, just to put it politely, is not this president's script.
You mean they could give him some of those B12 shots he had for the State of the Union?
Yeah. It's one thing to do it and then read a teleprompter.
But no one believed it. I mean, his numbers went down after that debate, so not even B12 helped him.
Yeah, so they'll use every argument. You know, if Trump gets convicted in the Bragg case, they'll say he's a convicted felon. If he's not convicted, they'll say he's an insurrectionist. They'll use whatever excuse, I believe, to minimize his time, or maybe not to do any debates at all.
Okay. David Bossie, I got another one for you. The big story in the Wall Street Journal, a news story from their polling, Biden losing support among black men and Hispanic voters. Hispanic voters, by the way, want to build a wall down at the border. That came out of the Wall Street Journal poll. That was new information to me. I'm not surprised, but I'm saying they are. Meanwhile, black voters, they're sitting the short end of the stick, and they feel that the illegals are taking their job. Now, this is powerful stuff if Biden is losing black supporters.
He's hemorrhaging. He's hemorrhaging amongst black males and females. I think we all saw the incredibly powerful video of President Trump walking into the Chick-fil-A in Atlanta a couple of days ago, and organically these young black women gravitate to him and say, "We are with you," and they want to take pictures with him. It was an incredible sight. But if you look at the America First economic agenda and the record that he had while he was president, it helped the African-American community, and it helped the Hispanic community. And that is what they are coming to realize, because to your point, Hispanics who came here legally want others to do so as well. Right. And the African Americans are looking at those jobs, which are harder and harder for everyone, all walks of life, to find and get. They are resentful that others by the Biden administration are being allowed to enter and take them away.
Rich Lowry, by the way, you know, is the Lord's chicken.
Of course it is. Of course it is. I think maybe there's a case he can make that Trump should do nothing else until Election Day, except for campaign in fast food restaurants and pizza parlors. He's so great in that setting, right? It's amazing.
He's really so good.
And this is a huge thing, and Dave's exactly right. These voters, they care about other issues that other people care about. The economy, the border, crime, and it may be, we'll see. I mean, these numbers are so astonishing, some of them. You want to see it actually happen in an election to believe it, but it may be that this reflex, just vote as a bloc, is going away, and there's more of a reflex to vote ideologically. And a lot of these voters, they're patriots, they're cultural conservatives, they don't like open borders.
Are you familiar with this NPR story?
Yeah.
This is the senior editor of NPR, a guy named Berliner, who still works there, did a tally.
If I were him, I'd be checking my 401k.
Well, that's the thing. They haven't fired him yet. But basically broke the story, I guess on Substack someplace. Anyway, there's 87 registered Democrats and 0 registered Republicans on National Public Radio. They get hundreds of millions of dollars of subsidies from the federal government. Trump is saying stop the money. Got a point there. I mean, 87-0, even by modern standards.
Yeah.
I bet you have more Democrats in National Review.
A lot of people would say
you
that.
got a couple Democrats anyway.
Yeah.
You had me. I was a Democrat once.
So this isn't exactly breaking news, right? This, Dave, you, me, we've lived this our entire careers, but it's astonishing seeing it from this guy at NPR, who is a liberal, right? He voted for Biden, he says enthusiastically.
87-0.
But is disgusted by the bias. And of course, in this day and age, when you have podcasts, when you have serious radio, why do we need to be subsidizing progressive radio?
Several $100 million worth of federal funding. So we can have 87-0 Democrats over Republicans. Bossie, I got one more for you. Trump raising a fortune. Just in this past week, my total is $50 million in Mar-a-Lago. He made $50 million and $15 million in Buckhead, which wants to secede from Hotlanta. I can't blame them. And Orlando. So Trump made $65 million, and the week isn't over yet, Dave Bossie. What do you make of that?
It is astonishing. President Trump is raising huge amounts of money, hand over fist, and it is so important for these donors to come together because everyone understands the importance. This is an inflection point for this country. Joe Biden must be sent back to the basement in Delaware, and Donald Trump must win for our children and our grandchildren's futures if they're going to have one.
Well, I think Biden's doing his best to lose, and I think Trump's doing his best to win.
Well,
how about that? I conclude on a Friday afternoon. Dave Bossie, Rich Lowry, you're both fabulous old friends. Thanks very much.